Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 University and Degree Information Fair. My name is Kristen Keogh, and I'm an Academic Pathways Coordinator here at Seneca. This week, we have a number of different institutions that we partner with, giving sessions on the pathways from Seneca diploma programs into their degrees and talking to us about their campuses and facilities. With us right now, we have Brittany from York University, who will be talking specifically about the Faculty of Environmental and Urban Change programs. Please note that this session, like all sessions this week, will be recorded and posted to our website later for you to view at any time. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, please post those in the chat, and we will address all questions at the end of the session. And now I will hand it over to Brittany.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are specifically going to be focusing on the Faculty of Environmental and Urban Change. As already mentioned, my name is Brittany. I'm the Recruitment and Liaison Officer here at the faculty, and we're going to be talking specifically about the program pathways to Seneca to York University. So before we jump into things, I do want to do a land acknowledgement. So York University recognizes that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships with the territories upon which York University campuses are located that preceded the establishment of York University. York University acknowledges its presence on the traditional territory of many Indigenous nations. The area known as Takaronto has been taken care of by the Anishinaabe Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat. It is now home to many First Nation, Inuit, and Métis communities. We acknowledge the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. This territory is subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peacefully share and care for the Great Lake regions. So this is a quick overview of how we'll be spending our time together. We'll talk a little bit about who we are at the Faculty of EUC. We'll talk about the specific degree programs that you can be taking. We'll talk about some of the hands-on learning components, and then we'll wrap things up with the admission requirements and all of that fun stuff. So we'll talk a little bit about who we are and what makes the Faculty of EUC so unique and special. So we are the newest faculty in the university, and we launched September 2020. We offer 2 unique program pathways from Seneca to York. We also have 2 certificates, which you can take through direct entry or concurrently with your degree. We are also the first and only eco-campus offered by a Canadian university. So our programs really do prepare students with the fundamental knowledge, critical thinking skills, and global perspectives necessary to achieve personal success and make positive change. So we really want our students to learn by doing so that they can see real-world application of scholarly ideas, innovate new ideas from firsthand experience, and gain skills ready for the job market. So this is who we are in a nutshell. It gives you an idea with some figures. So we have approximately 500 undergraduate students. We give about 500,000 incoming to our undergraduate students every year. We also have over 500 community partners, which I'll go a little bit more in depth shortly. And we also have graduate programs with about 200 students. And overall, we have about just under 14,000 alumni that are across 87 countries worldwide. So now we'll quickly go over our programs and what they offer and those specific degrees. So at any point, if you do have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat, or you can save them for the open Q&A at the end. So the first program that I do want to talk about is Cities, Regions, and Planning. It is a Bachelor Environmental Studies degree. So with increased urbanization around the world, the need to really address issues within cities, including those of equity, sustainability, policy, and the environment, are truly at the forefront of many governments, businesses, as well as organizations. So along with the development of practical hands-on experiences, you will really get to hone in on these in-demand skills like critical thinking, communication, project management, and coordination. Our graduates are working in both the public and private sector across so many different fields like the government, business, land use planning, policies, nonprofits, and really specifically transportation. So the CRP program really provides an innovative and stimulating curriculum that will include courses covering some of the most pressing themes and urban challenges, specifically in the 21st century, from both a local and global perspective. Some of the career pathways that you can see on the side here gives you an idea. It's not limited to, but gives you a perspective of what you can pursue afterwards. So going into urban transportation or becoming a land use planner, a policy advisor, a planning and space assessor, a lead technical coordinator, or a transportation supervisor. The next program that I want to highlight is our Sustainable Environmental Management program, which is also a Bachelor in Environmental Studies. And in this program, you will explore some of the most critical issues facing the Earth today: the climate crisis, the loss of biodiversity and ecosystem services, waste management, energy consumption, and sustainable solutions. So in our SEM program, you will investigate how the environment and natural resources are managed. You will look at how we can transition towards a more just and sustainable system. You will learn key problem solving, innovation, and holistic strategies combined with an understanding of policy, social dynamics, with those applied aspects of environmental science and technology. So as you learn firsthand about energy, water, biodiversity, food and waste management, you will also develop the technical skills to analyze, synthesize, and evaluate political, economic, and social dimensions of all of these environmental problems, as well as developing pathways to sustainability transitions and innovation. And then if you are interested in this program, some career pathways to pursue is becoming an environmental outreach, going into environmental outreach, program coordinator, policy analysis, or an energy assessor. So your academic journey does not have to stop here, and you will have the opportunity to level up into graduate studies. I do want to highlight some of our pathways internally within our faculty that you can consider. So we have a 3+2. So essentially, because you would be coming from Seneca to York, that first 3 years would be condensed given the transfer credits that you have. The thing to keep in mind is once you've completed 90 credits, you would be eligible to transfer into our 2-year full-time graduate program, Master's of Environmental Studies, or our Master's of Environmental Studies specialized in planning. I do want to highlight that our planning program is accredited by OPPI. So if you are interested in getting your designation, this would be a really cool pathway to do that. We also have our 4+1, our Pathway to Masters of Management program, and this is actually partnered with the Schulich School of Business. So if you are interested in the environment and business, this would be a great opportunity to fulfill both those fields. We definitely can chat a little bit more about that and what that process looks like a little bit later on, but just to give you a perspective of the things that you can be pursuing. So at the Faculty of EUC, we do recognize the importance of taking your learning outside of the classroom. We like to refer to this as experiential education. So what exactly does that hands-on learning look like at EUC? So another critical aspect to highlight is our living labs that we like to refer to them as, and they are spaces on the York University campus, which are home to specifically our EUC students to learn more outside of the classroom. For instance, the picture you see on your left-hand side of the screen is our Maloka Community Gardens. And the garden's name really reflects our group's desire to create a sense of community. The Maloka Community Gardens was founded back in 1999 and has been maintained and kept really ever since. And then you can't really see too well, but in the window behind me is actually our native plant garden, and it's directly outside of our main faculty building. This gives you an opportunity to immerse yourself in the beauty of our garden, explore its pathways, sit for a nature break, or even challenge yourself to identify all the plants, birds, pollinators, or any other human species things that we use in our wildlife oasis. We also conduct some of our programming and our classes in these spaces as well, so you get an opportunity to really immerse yourself. Other opportunities to get involved in outside of the classroom is field trips. Within many of our courses, you will have the opportunity to go across the city to do just that. We also host a lot of our community engagement events in these spaces, and we actually have labs as well for you to conduct your research in. And then within those 2 programs that we mentioned, we do have co-op that is available. These are the 6 steps in order to complete your co-op. So after getting an offer of admissions, you can actually complete the interest form that will go directly to our experiential education coordinator, who will then be in touch with you to follow up on these next steps to ensure your eligibility for the co-op program. Our co-op terms do vary in length. So if you are interested in taking a summer co-op, you could do that. But we also offer 8 months, 12 months. So it's entirely up to you. And then the conditions of your placement. For instance, one of the prime co-op placements that we have currently going on is with Hydro One. We have Shania, who is completing the Sustainable Environmental Management degree and is completing a 1-year placement there. We also have another student, Alex, who is also in SEM as well, and he is completing his placement with GFL, so Green for Life. This is a chart that kind of summarizes where our placements are taking place. And I do want to highlight that it's not specifically just the environmental sector. It is really across all different fields from like business, finance, technology, and it's not constrained just to the environment as it does overlap within all of these sectors. Our top 3 partnerships are the City of Toronto, Regenesis York, and the Toronto Regional Conservation Authority. In 2022, we noticed the high demand and interest in our co-op placements, and they actually doubled and they continue to rise as the years progress till now. All of our co-ops are paid, so depending on the placement that you would be getting, the wage does differ. So it varies from anywhere from $15 to $33 an hour. Speaking specifically about that placement student, Shania, who's at Hydro One, she is actually making just over $60 an hour in her placement. And then just to put into perspective some of our other partnerships, this gives you an idea. Once again, it's not limited to, but just gives you a tidbit more of information. So as I mentioned briefly before, we are the first eco-campus in a Canadian university, and we also like to consider it as our 4th university campus. So Southern Costa Rica gifted over 400 hectares of protected land rainforest, which is untouched and consists of many small communities. So the colorful building that you see in this picture is actually where you'll have the opportunity to do your studies, but you'll also get to stay with a host stay family while you're not completing your coursework. The courses run from summer and March break, and they're about 2 to 3 weeks in length. So you have the opportunity to get involved in those. What's really cool is that you get to go study abroad and you get to earn credits towards your degree. We also have financial support available for those that are interested in these type of opportunities. And then we'll talk a little bit about the admission requirements, specifically those that are coming from the Seneca program. So if you are interested in cities, regions, and planning, and you are coming from the advanced diploma in civil engineering technology, you would actually be receiving 48 transfer credits, which is about a year and a half off of your 4-year degree. For sustainable environmental management, if you are completing currently the advanced diploma in environmental technology, you'll be receiving 54 credits, which is just under 2 years. So to put into perspective, 2 years of studies is equivalent to 60 credits. So you're just almost at that mark. With the program pathway, you would be admitted into the honors program specifically, and students must maintain an overall GPA of a 5.0, which is equivalent to a C+ on the 9.0 scale in order to graduate and fulfill the requirement. And then specifically to complete the admission requirements, you must have 2 semesters at the accredited college or the 1 year of full-time academic studies from Seneca. So minimal overall average to be eligible for the program pathway is a 3.0 on the 4.0 scale, which is equivalent to like a 70% or a B letter grade. So all attempted courses will be included in the calculation of your GPA. So keeping that in mind. And courses that are repeated will only count once towards your transfer credit. And we do take the highest out of the 2. So keeping that in mind as well. So we did talk a little bit about our alumni, and I did mention we just have about 14,000 alumni across 87 different countries worldwide. But I do want to provide some stories about who they are and kind of where they're at now to give you a better idea. So the first student here is Tomi. She recently graduated with us in our Sustainable Environmental Management program, and she was hired prior to graduating as a strategics intern, initiatives intern at Halton Region. And Tomi does actually come back to speak to a lot of our students and support them with that career development piece. Another success story is Quinn, who also just recently graduated in the same cohort of Tomi. She got hired also prior to graduating as a senior environmental consultant. I do mention both of these alumni stories because it really does show the demand and need in the environmental sector right now and how many positions are in need to be filled. We actually have a lot of organizations come to us seeking our students specifically. So keeping this in mind, we actually launched a Green Career Fair that we do annually now. So this is to bring companies to meet our current students. So we're helping students set up for their career success right up when you start your studies, right up till graduation. And then I do want to kick off our chat with a quick video. I'm just going to switch my screen very quickly. So the video that I'm going to be showing here is a snapshot of some of our students and what they plan to do upon graduation.
I don't think we're able to hear it. Are you able to change a setting on your side?
Oh, sorry. Do we see the YouTube link or no?
Yeah, we can see the video, but we just can't hear anything.
Oh, that's odd. Oh, sorry about that.
I think when you go to share, you have to change it to add audio.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to give it a go now, and then maybe if you could give me a thumbs up.
Sure.
I want to create positive change by educating our youth about sustainability.
I want to create positive change by spreading awareness about environmental crises through my skills in videography.
I want to create a positive change because I believe that people deserve to live an involved and just life.
I would like to be a community liaison, and I would like to make the change by connecting the grassroots initiative in the community to the government bodies and empower them to make positive change.
I want to create a positive change by educating and inspiring our next generation to create a sustainable and just future.
I want to create positive change by optimizing the public transportation system and creating more efficient ways of travel.
I want to enhance environmental law in Canada and Mexico.
I want to create a positive change in the world by creating spaces where people can decolonize and deconstruct systems of oppression while centering community, compassion, and food, because I believe food should be free for all.
I want to bring a more circular economy approach into business environments.
I want to create a positive change by educating those around me on world issues and steps we can take to tackle them.
I want to create positive change because I care about the sustainability of the planet. And the way that I hope to do that is through corporate social responsibility. And the reason I believe that is because corporations have a large part to play in the climate crisis.
As an aspiring physical geographer, I hope to create positive change by contributing to the existing breadth of academic research regarding how and why local climates are changing in order to help mitigate these changes moving forward.
So I want to create positive change by merging my degree in sustainability with becoming an electrician and specializing in renewable energy.
I want to create a positive change in the field of resource and forest management by focusing on the application of GIS and geoinformatics to enhance the early detection of forest fire and better do the forest management.
I want to create positive change by helping York achieve a more sustainable future for all, and I think the UC was the perfect place to start that journey.
So hopefully that has you a little bit inspired and intrigued to learn more about who we are and what we have to offer our students. I do want to leave you with one tidbit of thing. If you could have one takeaway, join us for our annual spring open house. So that gives you an opportunity to come meet faculty members, current students, hear from the voices of them themselves, exactly what their experience is with us. That's actually happening on March 15th. Registration is required, but you can just go to the York website and quickly fill out the form for that. I will put my contact information here. So it's eucapply@yorku.ca. At any point in time after this chat, a month from now, you want to connect and chat and learn a little bit more about who we are or continue this conversation, please do connect with me. And then thank you so much for your time, but I will open up the floor now to any questions we may have.
Thank you so much, Brittany. That was a great presentation, very informative. So yes, if students do have any questions, please pop those into the chat. And Brittany has the contact information right up on the screen here. We'll get my colleague to also put that into the chat. And yeah, one question we often get with students who are doing a pathway is if there's any opportunity to complete the program part-time or online. Is there any flexibility in the delivery or completion?
Yeah, so within our programs, we do have hybrid courses, like blended courses. We also have fully online and in person. I will say there is a good mix, like you would be required to come in person for some of your courses. Some courses would be offered hybrid. It would really vary on course to course. It wouldn't just be able to entirely be online.
Yeah, lots of really great hands-on experiences with the living labs and study abroad as well. So for everyone, this has been recorded. So we will, like I said, be posting this onto our website so you can access this right where you went to go and register for the session. As well, we will have all sessions from throughout the week posted there. So you can view all your options that are available to you. My colleagues have posted, so we have Brittany's email here. So if you have questions specifically on this program, these programs, and your pathways into these programs, as well, you can also reach out to the academic pathways team here at Seneca. So my colleague has posted our email address, and then we also do virtual advising one-on-one. So the link is in the chat as well to book an appointment for that. All right, thank you so much, Brittany. It was really great to meet you and hear all about these programs.
Awesome. Thank you for having us. Take care.
Take care.